that's formed from this bill is able to place on the sale of water to people that are...
Hello, YouTube. It's Monday. I forget the date. May 22nd, 2023, 3:48 p.m. And I think it's 3:48 p.m. I forget which direction I need to go with my clock. No, it's 3:51 p.m. I know the clock's a little off on my dashboard. It always is. I just kind of forgot which way to go with it. An interesting debate on the radio. When I was always in the car, I regularly listened to KTAR, so I'd be very up on local news and current events, even shit that has nothing to do with me. And typically, I don't know, it occupied my mind, gave me something, gave me something to have opinion on, I guess. But I was just always very up on current local issues in Phoenix and the surrounding area, Arizona in general. Anyway, Gatos is having a interview with somebody from Rio Verde right now, and big development today in the Rio Verde water situation with Scottsdale, where Scottsdale has been like, hey, you're not the city of Scottsdale, we're not providing you with water anymore. And
okay. Cody Reimer, resident of Rio Verde Foothills. Not easy these days out there.
Listening to him cry for help just makes me shake my head. Yeah, I've talked about this before. These people have bought houses in a place that doesn't have water service, where they were getting water service from a city they weren't paying taxes to, and just, I guess, assume they were always going to have that, and now they feel entitled to it. My folks live in, and by my folks, I mean my mother and my stepfather, and my mother doesn't really live there, just my stepfather. That's a whole separate tragedy. But she did, and they bought property in, outside, in an area generally referred to as Whitman. It's county land. They bought it knowing that they weren't going to be provided water service. They've always had to get water trucked in. Generally speaking, they truck their own water in. They've got a couple of tanks that they fill up, and they are super, super frugal with their water. Because, yeah, they don't have tap water, they don't have running water. You know, I went this way out of sheer habit of, sheer habit of driving at night, and now I'm stuck. Anyway, I don't have a lot of sympathy for the folks of Rio Verde, and when they're crying about, oh my God, we can't, this isn't sustainable, and we can't do this, we can't live. Those, if you ever go out to Rio Verde, you realize that the people who live in Rio Verde have these just giant McMansions in the desert. Yeah, if you could afford to buy a giant McMansion in the desert, you should have considered the possibility that maybe you're going to have to get water at that giant McMansion in the desert. You know, when people talk about building, being I forget the word, self-sustainable, off-grid living, that sort of thing. One of the things that they're also considering is, hey, how am I going to get water as I choose to live out in the middle of nowhere? And these people who bought these giant houses out in the middle of nowhere in Rio Verde didn't consider that. I'm sorry, I just can't have any sympathy. I just don't. I have zero sympathy for somebody who lives in a ginormous house. I have more sympathy for the homeless fentanyl addicts that surround me in my neighborhood. And y'all have been watching this channel. You know I don't have a lot of sympathy for people who are strung out and addicted to drugs that have turned their situation from bad into, there's things you could do to help yourself, but you'd rather smoke blues. My sympathy kind of runs out for them, but still, I have more sympathy for those people than I do the people in Rio Verde, because the bottom line is, those are wealthy people. I can't believe he's on the radio. Oh my God, can somebody please help us? Dude, you have equity in your house. Get a home equity home and buy a home someplace that makes fucking sense. You bought a house that was stupid. Anyway, I never thought I would say this, but props to Governor Hobbs for vetoing this bill. I can't believe some fool in some community of rich people up north of Scottsdale has me happy and agreeing with Governor Hobbs and thrilled about something Governor Hobbs did. But anyway, the reason it's on the radio, Governor Hobbs vetoed the bill. The Arizona's legislature put forth a bill where she was essentially forcing the city of Scottsdale. God, I can't believe it's a part of the city of Scottsdale as well. Okay, I gotta stop this video. My phone is overheating already. I kind of knew this was going to be a problem. I have way more important things to vlog about, but that's where I'm at right now. So maybe I can move it down here in the AC. Yeah, this phone doesn't dissipate heat good enough to do my vlog. I'm back on Obamaphone 4 due to the fact that the screen on Obamaphone 3 went out completely, and it's showing that it has problems bigger than a lack of space. So anyway, I got to wrap this up. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised some of the entities that I'm backing up, particularly the city of Scottsdale and Governor Hobbs, but they're in the right on this. And those people, those rich, wealthy people in Rio Verde are acting like entitled. The sense of entitlement that they've got is ridiculous. And the fact that the Arizona legislature quickly drafted a bill to solve their problem. The same Arizona legislature that can't seem to do anything about all the problems plaguing me living in the city of Phoenix, that shit just made me sick. Not sick enough to vote Democrat, but still made me fucking sick. So anyway, gotta wrap this up. I'm on my way to my mental health hospital. My friend that was from work that was going to help me with my my appeal for Amazon has just been nothing but excuses, and I don't think she understands like how close my 7 days is to running out. And yeah, I'm going to see if I can get some help in my clinic. If nothing else, just moral support while I plug into a power source and make phone calls there, because I know if I start doing it on my own, I'm just going to start freaking out. So that's where I'm headed. Anyway, thanks for coming with me on this drive. And you almost missed a Waymo turning right as I watch my phone meltdown. I'm driving, so I can't even read this pop-up that goes up, but I think it has something to do. Warning: battery temperature is too high. In order to protect battery life, please wait until the battery temperature is normal before using. It appears to still be shooting video, though. I wish I could disable that warning, because the reality is that much like a low battery warning, I don't give a shit, just keep working. And the battery life of this phone doesn't matter. I can't wait to not use this phone at all, because this phone is wretched. I'm not trying to preserve the battery life. Also, it's worth noting, this phone is the first phone I've had in years with a user replaceable battery, where I can just pop the lid off the back and pop another battery in it. So if the battery life goes, I can actually replace the damn battery. I don't give a shit. If the heat is hurting my battery life, I don't care. Quit. Enough with this pop-up. I don't need it. This heat is going to be a reality of me, because I live in Phoenix. Shit, it's still May. I got June, July, and August. It's September to get through. Anyway, the pop-up is driving me crazy. I need to focus more on the road. Thanks for joining me on the drive. By the way, it's 4 o'clock.